The 1947 Roswell UFO event, in which an unidentified object landed in New Mexico, sparked curiosity and conspiracy theories that have captivated and intrigued us to this day. Prepare to have your head blown as we expose stunning Roswell UFO files that were recently discovered. Get ready to be astounded by proof of an alien contact. The Roswell incident has been one of the most exhaustively examined and disputed mysteries in the history of the UFO phenomena, as well as one of the most lasting. A series of incredible data has just appeared, purporting to give indisputable evidence of an alien contact in Roswell, New Mexico. For some people who may be unfamiliar, in July 1947, news surfaced of a crashed unidentified flying object at Roswell. The U.S. military first claimed it was a flying disc, but then reversed the claim, admitting it was a weather balloon. However, conspiracy theories and conjecture about the occurrence have lingered for decades. The balloon was ultimately discovered to be part of the top-secret Project Mogul, which tried to detect Soviet nuclear bomb testing in 1994. However, this admission did little to put a stop to the conspiracy rumors. People reported seeing unusual objects in the sky that they said were spaceships operated by aliens, and the United States and other nations were in the midst of a flying saucer frenzy. In this context, a rancher named W. Mac Brazel discovered some odd debris near Roswell, New Mexico in June. Tinfoil, rubber strips, and sticks were among the materials used. He took the artifacts to the Roswell sheriff the next month, who called the Roswell Army Airfield, RAAF. Following the recovery of the debris, the RAAF released an astonishing news statement claiming that a flying disc had been recovered from a nearby property. The press statement was quickly picked up by the Roswell Daily Record, and the story was published on July 8th under the headline, "RAAF Captures Flying Saucer on Ranch in Roswell Region." However, the military quickly revealed that the saucer was actually a weather balloon carrying a radar target, a craft similar to a box kite, consisting of foiled paper affixed to a balsa wood frame. The Roswell Morning Dispatch reported on the latest allegation in a piece on July 9, 1947, headed, "Army Debunks Roswell Flying Disc as World Simmers with Excitement." The story does, however, feature an interview with Brazel, who did not believe the wreckage he recovered was from a weather balloon. The parts of the debris that Brazel finds most perplexing may have come from a radar target. The month of July 2022 marks the 75th anniversary of the purported 1947 UFO crash at Roswell, with the controversy over what happened still ongoing. It hasn't been for a lack of effort. For decades, journalists, writers, documentary film crews, and others interested in the tragedy have found and made available innumerable pieces of information and artifacts from the period. Notably, in 1984, documents allegedly included classified notes on Majestic 12 MJ-12, a secret program undertaken by President Harry S. Truman, the U.S. president at the time to deal with the Roswell disaster, appeared. The documents, however, were ultimately shown to be forgeries, and no proof supporting the existence of MJ-12 was discovered. This was followed by a supposed alien autopsy film that purported to depict the dissection of a Roswell extraterrestrial corpse. The director of the 17-minute video then claimed that it was a hoax. The seriousness with which the Roswell event has been scrutinized for 3/4 of a century has led some to believe that most contemporaneous documents have already been scrutinized. However, a recent piece of local history provides a fascinating companion to those classic 1947 headlines that the public has become familiar with, while adding yet another page to a still-growing historical record. From 1928 until 1950, the Roswell Morning Dispatch, a sister publication of the Roswell Daily Record, was published in the mornings. The dispatch covered the news of the day. Therefore, it featured coverage of the unfolding events surrounding the claimed discovery of a crashed flying disc outside Roswell in July 1947, along with the military's explanations for what had happened. The Daily Record said that its previous headlines were unearthed among archival issues of the newspaper. The finding of the old headlines is significant for scholars and those interested in the phenomena, according to Nick Pope, who examined UFOs for the UK Ministry of Defence. It's a fascinating piece of history that time had forgotten, Pope explained. It just shows that 75 years after the Roswell incident, there are still discoveries to be made in the archives. Any historian will tell you that going back to the original sources is priceless when it comes to understanding what happened and how those involved were reacting and perceiving things, as well as what the feeling was in the local community, he continued. The Roswell Daily Record's publisher, Barbara Beck, expressed excitement over the publication of a new resource for scholars. It has taken over 70 years for the Roswell Morning Dispatch, with its unique articles and headlines, to be discovered while looking through our newspaper's archives, she explained. The Dispatch was originally owned by my family, and it's very exciting that we now have a new primary resource to further understand the history of New Mexico and its undiscovered stories. The archives provide a wealth of information. A trip through the Dispatch records, for example, reminds us of the extent to which a popular interest with UFOs had taken hold here and across the country at the time. The Roswell event is one of 4 UFO-related tales that appear only on the top page of the Morning Dispatch on July 9, 1947. Other items include Carrizozo Man Sees Flying Disc, Joe Massey Spots Disc over Roswell, and a photograph of an unexplained object in the sky over Seattle, Washington, with the caption, "Is this a flying disc?" Further study into the archives revealed several other accounts of sightings. Readers may also observe that the language on the Dispatch front page reflects the less culturally sensitive period in which the Daily was written. The Daily Record's administration felt it was necessary to show the public the archive front page, a piece of local history, unedited and untouched. Pope, who will go to Roswell in July to participate in the Daily Record's Roswell Incident event, which is part of the city's UFO festival, believes that the discovery of the old Dispatch headlines reminds people that historical documents may still be out there, waiting to be unearthed. As the 75th anniversary of the tragedy approaches, such a finding might help throw new light on what happened in 1947. The fact that Roswell will once again be the center of global attention is almost like a sort of final chance to maybe solve the mystery, one way or the other, for good, he added. The Roswell anniversary comes just a month after NASA announced the formation of an independent group of investigators to study unidentified aerial phenomena, UAP, formerly known as UFOs, in the latest government effort to investigate the mysterious objects reported by hundreds of pilots. The researchers will be tasked with identifying available data, how best to collect future data, and how NASA can use that data to advance scientific understanding of UAPs, according to a press statement. The study will begin in the autumn and will last around 9 months, with researchers hoping to publish their findings in a public report. What are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments below, and subscribe to our channel to stay up to date on more such mind-blowing incidents. Did you know James Webb Telescope revealed the presence of extraterrestrial life? Check out the video, James Webb Telescope's Shocking Secret, Unveiling Extraterrestrial Life in the Universe, to know about this in detail.